Welcome learners to the best math channel in the world once again. Say your Bizzy made it easy channel. The best math channel and the only channel exam fears when it comes to mathematics. We are here once again to treat another interesting mathematics topic. And if today is your first time seeing us, don't forget to subscribe, like, and recommend to all students at all levels because everything we do here is beneficial to every student at all levels when it comes to mathematics. So today our lesson is going to be radical equation. Radical equation. Yes, radical equation, which is mostly featured in elective mathematics or further. So when we talk about radical equation, we have linear equation, we have quadratic equation, simultaneous equation, then we have so many forms of equation. But what is radical equation? Yes, a radical equation is when a variable appears in a cube root. A variable appears in a cube root, square root, the fourth root, or any other root. Yeah. So you can see something like this. X plus 2 is equal to maybe 8. This is a radical equation. So a situation where a variable appears in either a square root, a cube root, fourth root, or any other root is a radical equation. Now we solve using the normal equation principle by grouping of like terms. But how do we solve radical equation? So the first thing you have to do is to isolate the radical term. Yes, isolate the radical term means the element in the what? In the bracket, the element in the square root. So when you isolate it, this one is isolated already. Yeah, so when it is isolated already, so a situation where the radical equation is not isolated is, let's say we have 2x minus 4, let's say is equal to 8. Yes, to isolate means you have to let it stand alone. So we can have the square root of 2x now is equal to 8 plus 4. So you isolate it. After you have isolated it, you use the squaring principle. You have to use the squaring principle. The squaring principle, what do I mean by that? You have to eliminate the square root. What do we use to eliminate square root? It is square. So if terms are both sides and you want to eliminate the square root, we use square. Yes, so this one like this, if you get 2x is equal to 12 and you want to eliminate the square root, you have to square both sides. So that this will cancel this. So that you get the term in the square root, then you solve. Sometimes you can get quadratic equations. If you get quadratic equation, I've treated quadratic equation on my channel. I'm going to check it out and see how quadratic equations are formed. Yes. So after you have isolated it, then you solve the new equation you get. Now when you solve the new equation you get, then you check the possible solution or the possible solution set. Yes, the possible solution. When you finish, you will test your answer by selecting the correct solution set. Mean that the answer you get, you put it back into the equation to see if you get the term. In equation, the principle says that the element in the right hand side is equal to the element in the right hand side. So if you have solved x plus 4 is equal to 9, and you get x is equal to 9 minus 4, and you get x is equal to 5, you are telling us that when I put 4 here and I add it to, when I put 5 here and add it to the 4, if you get the 9. So at the end of the day, you end up getting 9, excuse me, is to 9. So if you get a different answers, this is a wrong equation. So that's the principle of equation. So with the radical equation, you solve and you get to a point where you see quadratic equation or linear equation, then you should be able to solve them. Yeah. So when it is square root, we use square. When it is cube root, we use cube. Yes. When it is fourth root, we use 4. Yes, the fourth root of the when raised to the power 4, we use the fourth root. Yes, and when it is the fourth root, we use 4 to cancel both sides. Yes, power 4 to cancel both sides. So radical equation, simply this is how we solve it. It's very, very interesting, very simple and easy. I'm going to take my time and solve them one after the other. It is two parts. I'm going to treat the first part, then the second part will also follow. So keep watching. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, and let's keep learning. So our first question on the screen says solve the equation by finding the solution set. You have x minus 5, the square root x plus 7. So we have x minus 5 is equal to the square root of x plus 7. X minus 5 is equal to the square root of x plus 7. So I told you the principle we follow. You isolate the radical term, but here it has been isolated already. So since this has been isolated already, we have to eliminate the square root. Yes, we have to eliminate the square root. So what do we use to eliminate square root? We square both sides. We square both sides. So this is going to take out the square root. And this term, x raised to the power 2 is equal to x plus 7. Now follow closely. And this one in the bracket is the same as x minus 5, x minus 5. So we have to use the binomial expansion to solve this. So if you don't understand binomial expansion, it's on my channel. You can watch it and understand it more. I've told you the math topics are interrelated. So you don't learn one and leave the other. Keep it in mind because you meet some topics somewhere that you need to apply the other. So this will give me x minus 5, then x minus 5. This will multiply this term, then the 5 to multiply this term. All is equal to x plus 7. Follow closely. Here I'll get x squared minus 5x minus 5x negative positive 25 is equal to x plus 7. So I have x squared. These two, negative 10x. Then I have 25 is equal to x plus 7. So what do I have to do? I have to group like terms. Since I'm having a squared here, it means I'm getting something like quadratic equation. Yes, quadratic equation. So getting something like, let's say, as squared plus b plus c is equal to 0. Yes, quadratic equation, when you see something in this form, that's quadratic equation. So you leave it in such form. So in grouping like terms, we are going to have x squared minus 10x, then this x will come here, minus x, then plus 25, this will also cross here, minus 7 is equal to 0. Yes, so x squared minus 10x minus x plus 25 minus 7 is equal to 0. So this will give me x squared. Negative 10x minus 1x will give me negative 11x. Now, positive 25 minus 7 is going to give me positive 18. Yes, it's going to give me positive 18, which will be equal to 0. The principle of quadratic says that to solve it, you have to use a method of grouping. Yes, you have to expand it and factorize it. How do you factorize it? You find the factors of the element here, which is the c, and you pick two numbers, and when you multiply, you get this. But when you add, you get the middle term. So the factors of 18, I have 1, 3, I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 18. So two numbers that when I multiply, I'll get this, but when I add, I'm going to get this. So I can see 2 and 9, and you have to be careful. When you multiply this by this, you get this, but this is negative. So how do we make it possible for you to add and get this? So if I negate only the 2, negative 2 plus now will give me positive 7, which it is not true. Yes, but when you multiply, you even get negative 18, for which here is positive 18. So it means I have to negate here. So negative 2 plus negative 9 will definitely give me negative 11. And negative multiplying negative will also give me positive. So the terms are negative 2, then negative 9. So we are going to replace it with the middle term. So I'm going to have x squared minus 2x minus 9x plus 18 is equal to 0. Now in the method of grouping, you have to group each pair. Minus 9x plus 18 is equal to 0. Now I have to factorize. So follow closely. Let me continue here. So I have x squared minus 2x minus 9x plus 18 is equal to 0. So the common term here is x. I have x here minus 2. Then minus 9 out. I have x negative negative. Now 9 will go into 18 through factorization. If you solve it correctly, the element in the bracket must be the same. So that you pick the element from outside each bracket in one bracket. So I have x minus 9. Then I have x minus 2 is equal to 0. So I have to solve for each value of x. I have to solve for each value of x. So this has to give me x minus 9 is equal to 0. So x will be equal to 0 plus 9. Now I've gotten x is equal to positive 9 here. Now let me come here. X minus 2 is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 plus 2. So I've gotten x is equal to 2 as well. Now these are the values I've gotten. Now I'm not done. So I have to do the checking to see which of them will fit into the equation. Yes, which of them will fit into the equation. Meaning when I put the x into the equation, each value into the equation, the one that will make the left hand side equal to the right hand side will be the solution set. Yes, will be the solution set. So let's do the check. So the check, when x is equal to 9, so the equation is x minus 5 is equal to the square root of x plus 7. So here 9 minus 5 is equal to 9 plus 7. There, so 9 minus 5 will give me 4. Then the square root of 9 plus 7 will give me 16. So 4 is equal to the square root of 16 is also 4. Yes. So 9 satisfies the equation. Yes. So doing the check, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. Yes. So let's try another one. When x is equal to 2, we are doing the check. The equation is x minus 5 is equal to the square root of x plus 7. So here I have 2 minus 5 is equal to the square root of 2 plus 7. So this will give me negative 3 is equal to the square root of 9. So negative 3 is equal to the square root of 9 is 3, which is not the same. So the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. This is all about radical equation, but that's not the end. I'm not saying I'm leaving my answer here. When you finish solving correctly, you do the checking to see the correct solution set. So which one of them satisfies the equation? It is the x equal to 9. So you conclude by saying, therefore, the solution set is x is equal to 9. As simple as that. Yes, x is equal to 9. So this is radical equation for you. And it can only be simplified on this channel. Yes, you isolate the radical. Yeah, the radical and the element in the square root. If they are isolated already, you just use the squaring principle to solve. Then you find the correct solution set. So we are going to take another question. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and recommend all students. We are taking another question. So the next question on the screen says, solve the equation by finding the solution set 3 plus the square root of 27 minus 3x is equal to x. We are going to find the solution set for this question as well. So the question was 3 plus the square root of 27 minus 3x is equal to x. So this is the question they have given us. And you see this one, the number is mixed with the radical, which is the element in the square root. So we have to isolate the radical. So to isolate the radical, I have to group them. So the radical will be here. I'll leave it here. 27 minus 3 is equal to x. Then this will come here. This is the first step. The other one, it was isolated for us already. So we have to just go straight and solve. So as the principle goes, the squaring principle, this is a square root. So we have to square both sides. Square both sides. So this square will take this. Then I have 27 minus 3x is equal to, now the square root of this, I'm going to expand it as well. So here will give me 27 minus 3x is equal to x out, x minus 3 minus 3x minus 3. So I'll have 27 minus 3x is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 3x plus 9. If you don't know how to expand two binomials, yes, on my channel, so follow closely. So 27 minus 3 is equal to x squared. This one will give me minus 6x plus 9. Yes, to make the equation easy for me, I'll bring the x squared minus 6x plus 9. And I'll create 27 minus 3, which is the same thing. So me bringing this one here, this equation means that this is equal to this. So me bringing this one and sending all this one here, it doesn't change anything. So I'll group like terms. X squared minus 6x plus 3x plus 9 minus 27 will give me 0. So x squared minus 3x, 6x, here, this coming here with positive, then 9, here, this one coming will be positive. Yes, so follow closely as we solve. So x squared, negative 6x plus 3x will give me negative 3x. Like you are owing 6 and you pay 3. Yes, you are owing 6 and you pay 3. Then positive 9 minus 27. Positive 9 minus 27 will give me minus 18, which will be equal to 0. Yes, equal to 0. Now I have to find the factors of the 18. So I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, and 18. Two numbers that when you multiply, you get this, but when you add, you get this. Now looking at it, 3 and 6 will be best fit. But should they be positive or negative? Yes, should they be positive or negative? That's the question. So here, to make it, I think the 6, let's negate the 6 and see. When you multiply 3 by negative 6, you get negative 18. But when you add them, negative 6 plus 3, yes, you get negative 3. Now if you negate the 3, then you add 6, you're going to get positive 3, which will make this one not true. So we have to negate the 6 rather. Then replace it with the middle term. So here is going to give us x squared minus 3x, sorry, positive. The 3 is positive, then minus 6x minus 18 is equal to 0. Let's group them. X squared plus 3x, then I have 6x minus 18 is equal to 0. So keep watching as we continue. So I'll bring it here. X squared plus 3x, then I have 6x minus 6x minus 18 is equal to 0. So let's factorize x out, x plus 3 minus 6. Then I have x positive, negative, negative, positive. 6 going to 18, 3. I have 0. The elements are correct, which means we're on track. So we pick the one outside here and the one here, and we combine the one, the bracket, equal to 0. So we have to solve each. So let's find each value for x. So the first one is x minus 6 is equal to 0. So I have x is equal to 0 plus 6. So x is equal to 6. Yes. Then there's the first value. Then I have x plus 3 is equal to 0. X is equal to 0 minus 3. So x is equal to negative 3. So I've gotten two values. So we have to do the checking to find the correct solution set. So with the check, let's use the first value. When x is equal to 6. Let me even use the negative 3 first. When x is equal to negative 3, the equation is 3 plus the square root of 27 minus 3x is equal to x. So now I have 3 plus the square root of 27 minus 3 times negative 3. Negative 3 is equal to negative 3. So we have 3 plus the square root of 27 negative and positive 9 equal to negative 3. So I have 3 plus the square root of 27 plus 9 will give us the square root of 36, which is equal to negative 3. So here is 3 plus square root of 36 is 6 is equal to negative 3. So this will give us 9 is equal to negative 3, which is false. False because the left hand side is not equal to the right hand side. So let's try. When x is equal to 6, and see, you can solve along with me. The equation is 3 plus the square root of 27 minus 3x is equal to x. Let's put the value there. 27 minus 3, 6 is equal to 6 here. Yes. So I have 3 plus 27 minus 18 equal to 6. So 3 plus, now I have 27 minus 18, which will give me 9 equal to 6. So I have 3, the square root of 9 is 3, is equal to 6. So 6 is equal to 6, which is true. So I've gotten this 6, 6. Here I got 9, negative 3. So this is false, this is true. So therefore the solution set is when x is equal to 6. That is all. So this is radical equation for you. So this is how we solve radical equation. Anytime you finish, you do the checking by finding the correct solution set and you are good to go. If you understand quadratic equation, binomial expansion, you can equally solve radical equations. Yes, as simple. It can only be simplified here. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment as we take the next question. So question 3. So solve the equation by finding the solution set, the square root of 2x minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. So we have to find the solution set for this. Find the solution set for this. So with this, as usual, you have to isolate the radicand. 2x minus 3 here is 0 plus 5, for which will be the same as 2x minus 3 is equal to 5. You have to eliminate the square root. How do we eliminate the square root? By squaring both sides. By squaring both sides. Yes. So when you square both sides, the square will cancel the square root. So we have 2x minus 3 is equal to 25. So to solve, we have gotten simple linear equation. So we have to group like terms. 25 plus 3. So here between 2x is equal to 28. So how do we get x? You divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So x, we can divide this of 1, divide here 14. So now x is equal to 14. Since we have only one answer, let's put it back. Yes, let's put it back. So if you put it back, if it is one answer and you put it back and you don't get it, it means there's no solution set. Yes, even if there are two values and none of them fit into the equation, it means there is no solution set. So let's do the check. The check, what was the equation? The square root of 2x, minus 3 minus 5 is equal to, so here x is equal to 14. So we have 2 times 14 minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. So this one, the left hand side is equal to the right hand side once again. This one will give us the square root of 28 minus 3 minus 5 is equal to 0. Now 28 minus 5, we have 25 minus 5 is equal to 0. Square root of 25 is 5 minus 5 equal to 0. So 5 minus 5 is 0. 0 is equal to 0, which is true. So the solution set is when x is equal to 14. Yes, solution set is when x is equal to 14. This is one equation. So it's not always you get a quadratic. You can get a simple linear equation. Then so linear equation has been treated step by step on the channel. So you can just check it out and understand it more. Keep watching as we take more complex questions and break them down. So the question 4 says, solve the equation by finding the solution set. Yes, the solution set, we have the cube root of 3x plus 5, cube root of 3x plus 5, which is equal to the cube root of x minus 1. So looking at this, the radicals are already separated. What we have to do is to eliminate the cube root. And what we use to eliminate cube root, we have to cube both sides. So in bracket here, the cube root of 3x plus 5 cube, then the cube root x minus 1 cube. Yes, so when you finish, yes, I want to solve it step by step so that you know why certain answers are okay. So this, take out this also take out this. So here I have 3x plus 5 is equal to x minus 1. So we've gotten another simple linear equation. So we have 3x minus x equal to negative 1 minus 5. So here is 2x is equal to negative 6. Yes, negative 6. So follow closely. I've gotten negative 6. So negative 6, how do you find x? Divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So 2 go here, negative 3. Yes. So since positive is dividing the negative, the answer will be negative. So we have gotten one answer. Let's do the check and see. So the equation is a cube root 3x plus 5 cube root x minus 1, and when x is equal to negative 3, the cube root of 3 into brackets minus 3 plus 5, then negative 3 minus 1. You have the cube root of negative 9 plus 4 equal to the cube root of negative 3 minus 1 as well. So the cube root negative 9 plus 4 is going to give us, 5. Yes, 5. Negative 9 plus 5 will give us negative 4, for which here to give us the cube root of negative 4. Yes, so these are the same. Yes, they are the same. We've gotten this because we can't, if you find the cube root of 4, you are going to get a decimal. Yes, no number of multipliers of 3 times to give you 4. Yes, so which means when reaching here to be the same, or if you want to leave them in decimal, you get negative 1.58 plus another number. So you can leave them in 2 decimal place, or negative 1.59, which still makes them the same. So the solution set is s is equal to negative 3. So they are the same. And one thing you have to note is that there is no real solution set for the square root of negative number. Yes, but no same number will multiply itself to give you a negative number again. No same number. But when you see square root of 4, square root of 4 means 2 times 2. So when you see negative 4, no two same numbers can multiply itself to give you such number. So when you encounter a question like this, there's no solution set. So I'm just chipping this in so that you also learn a new tip in mathematics. Yes, but for cube root of negative numbers, which are perfect cubic numbers, you can get answers for that. But for square root of negative numbers, such doesn't exist. Keep watching, subscribe as we take another question on this. So the question says, solve the equation by finding the solution set of the square root of 2t plus 4 equal to t minus 1. So the radical have been isolated already. So what we can do here is to this square root. So we have to square both sides. Yes. We have to square both sides. Square both sides. So squaring both sides here. So this cancels this cancels this. So we need to take our time. Then have t minus 1. I don't want to jump steps so that you'll be confused on how I obtain certain answers. So simple linear equation. So t minus t, negative 1 minus 4. So 2t minus 1 to give us t is equal to negative 5. So we have gotten t as negative 5. So let's do the check. We take 2t plus 4 is equal to t minus 1. So when t is negative 5, we put them plus 4 negative 5 minus 1. So this side will give us negative 10 plus 4. Yes, 2 times negative 5 will be negative 10 plus 4, which will be equal to, let me even repeat this one here too. So negative 10 plus 4 give you negative 6. Then this side will give us negative 6. These are square root. And there's no perfect square. We can't find the square root of 6. Yes. So when you point negative square root of negative 6, it will give you error on the calculator. As I explained, there is no square root for negative number. Perfect square root for negative number. So it means when you encounter such situation, it means there's no solution set. So he said, since there is no square root for negative set, t is equal to negative is not, t is equal to negative 5 is not a valid solution set. So there is no solution set. The other one we got solution set because cube root, there is a cube root. You can find the cube root of a negative number. Yes, cube root of negative number. So this is how you solve this question. So when this for your marks, you will not get the full mark for that. So you need to understand whatever you are doing. We are quickly taking our last question on the radical equation type 1. So the last question on the screen says, solve the equation by finding the solution set of the square root of 4x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 2x. So the square root of 4x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 2x. Yes, it's equal to 2x. And once again, the radical has been isolated already. And I know at this point, you know what to do. Square both sides. So square both sides. So the square will cancel the square root. 4x squared plus x minus 3. Now, what is 2x? So this one gives us 4x squared. 4x squared. It affects both the number and the letter. So group like terms, 4x squared minus 4x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. 4x squared minus 4x squared will be 0. So I have x minus 3 is equal to 0, for which I'll get x is equal to 0 plus 3. So our x will give us positive 3. So let's do the checking and see if you get the same answer. So we can solve alongside with me. So the equation 4x squared plus x minus 3 is equal to 2x. So when x is equal to 3, so 4, 3 squared plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 2 times 3. Follow closely. So here I have 4 times 9 plus 3 minus 3. Okay, let me write plus 0. Yes. So 4x squared has given us this. The 4x squared has given us the 9, 0. So I have 2 times 3. So 49, sorry, 4 times 9 plus 0, 1 9 is 36. Then this one to give us 6. Square root of 36 is equal to 6. So the left hand side here is equal to the right hand side. So therefore the solution set is x is equal to 3. Yes, x is equal to 3. So this is the solution set for this question. The solution set is when x is equal to 3. So that one makes the equation 2. So this brings us to the end of the radical equation type 1. So we are going to treat type 2 in our next lesson. So Bizzy made it easy is here. We are here to simplify mathematics. Subscribe, like, comment, follow us on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. There are more short videos and a playlist for every lesson. We are here to do away with all the math phobias. I'm here to share my little knowledge I have in mathematics and to help students get an ace and excel in mathematics. Until we meet again, say goodbye now and watch out for more interesting lessons.